Just one more time. Just fully extending your breath both ways. And then coming back to center. And if you're sitting on a block, just bringing the block to the side. We're going to straighten the legs up to the side. And then just shuffle yourself forward a little bit so you get that forward tilt with the pelvic floor. Now, if you find that you don't have the forward tilt and you're sitting a little bit on the back, you can use the block here as well. That's going to help with that forward tilt. It'll coming off the block a little bit, so you're tilting forward. Now bring the feet as wide as you comfortably can. Start engaging the legs, so push the heels away, bring the toes back towards you. I'm going to interlock the hands. I'm going to start churning. Start drawing nice big circles. And coming as far forwards and out to the side as is comfortable. And still breathing. So you can slow down. Inhale when you come forwards all the way across. And then exhale in the other way, the other round. Just one more inhale this way. And then half exhale, continue to exhale back. And then inhale opposite way, across. So if you can keep the arms straight the whole time. So you have to come a little bit back to the torso. And just one more round. And coming back to center, releasing the hands. Use the hands to hook underneath the knees to bring them up. Now from here, just hugging the elbows around the knees. Just for a moment, resting the head on the knees. If it doesn't quite reach, just bring the chin to the chest. Taking a deep inhale along the spine from the tip of the tailbone all the way up to the top of the head. And exhale. And inhale, bring the head back up. Bring your hands onto the mat in front, making your way onto all fours. Now I'm going to bring the knees a little wider apart, so as wide as the mat, if that's okay. Big toes touching. And as you exhale, we're going to sit back into our child's pose. And we're not going to stay here. Just continue to exhale, and when you're ready to inhale, we're going to come back up. Engage your hands, drop the hips, lift the feet, soles of feet together, push the chest forward. And exhale. Just finding your own breath rhythm here, inhaling to come up and forwards, exhaling back in your child's pose. So if you can bring the hands as wide as the mat as well, so there's extra width for the chest to open when you inhale. I'm going to do 2 more rounds. Just fully extending your breath, so not skimping on it. Fully filling up, slowly letting it go. Give some softness to the facial muscles, to the teeth. This is you on your mat with your breath, just tuning into yourself, finding your own rhythm. Once you've done your two, just staying in your child's pose. If you can relax the shoulders, the arms, the hands, the fingers, the neck, the throat, the face. Taking a deep inhale again along the spine, from the tip of the tailbone all the way up to the top of the head. And then exhale when you're ready. Gradually easing your way back up onto all fours. And then on your next inhale, we're going to bring the right foot to the front of the mat. Now, you can shuffle that left knee a little further back if it's comfortable. You can use your hands, or if you want to get a little bit more height and weight across the chest, you can use your block. Maybe a few wiggly movements here into the hips, just getting some movement in there. And then when you're ready, starting your inhale. Maybe you're looking up. And as you exhale, we're going to walk the blocks or the hands back, coming into your half bridge. Push away on the heel. And when you're ready, inhale to walk back to the front of the mat. Now moving between these two poses, allowing your breath to take charge. So the breath determines the speed of your movement. It's not about how many you can do, but how connected you can do them. Just do one more round. And then your next inhale as you come forward, stepping the right knee next to the left, swiveling the hips a bit from side to side, releasing that right side particularly. And then on your next inhale, bringing the left knee to the front of the mat. Maybe shuffle that right knee a little further back, maybe use your blocks or not. And as you inhale, find a bit more openness across the chest, shoulders, throat. Tuck the tailbone to engage in your core. And as you exhale, walk the blocks or the hands back, coming into your half split. Again, slowing it right down, just giving the breath the center stage. Imagine with this conscious breathing, you're creating extra space in the body. And just do one more round. Really stepping the left knee next to the right, and again, just hips from side to side, just release. Bringing the blocks to the side if you used your blocks. Bring the hands onto the mat. Tucking the toes, big toes touching. And then walking the hands back towards the knees. Lift the knees off the mat. And then walk the hands closer towards you. Find your focus point on the mat and then lift the hands off the mat. Find your balance. If you can soften the shoulders back and down. Maybe a few circular movements here again. You're engaging the muscles in the soles of the feet and the toes to keep you steady. And maybe interlocking the hands behind you, and then gradually, with a gentle tuck of the tailbone, slight pull of the belly button towards the spine, start straightening the arms, maybe lifting them off simultaneously, pushing the chest forwards. So here you need to be focused and connected to the breath, or else the chance is that you're going to topple over either backwards or forwards. Even if that happens, doesn't matter, you just come back in, but there's no point rushing this one. And then gradually releasing the hands, back down to the floor, lifting the buttocks, dropping the head, and then just relaxing the hands and the arms. Now you can either bend the knees or have the legs straight. Nodding the head, yes. Getting some release for the neck. Shaking the head no. Now walking both hands down the outside of the right foot. Now if you want to have an intense stretch, you can keep or bring the feet a little closer. Or if you want to back off a bit, you can step the feet further apart. And then when you're ready, start bending the right knee, lean your way towards the right, and then start straightening the left, pulling that left kneecap up, engaging that whole left leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist over to that right side a little more. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, deepen. Next inhale, walk the hands back to the center. Exhale, just hang into your forward fold again. A few nods with the head if you like. Shaking the head. And then walking the hands to the outside of the left foot. When you're ready, bend the left knee, weight onto the left side of the foot. Pull that right kneecap up to engage the right leg. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist over to the left side a little more. Now make sure you bend that left knee. So you're leaning into that bent knee. That's when you're going to feel that real stretch in the right leg, that nerve stretch. Inhale back to center. Exhale, forward fold. Maybe a gentle head. Yes, nodding the head. No, shaking the head. Grab hold of opposite elbows. If your legs are straight, make sure that you're engaging the legs. And then releasing the hands. Next inhale. With a bit of a knee bend, start rolling up to standing. Now very slowly. So just have a couple of breaths here at least. As you gradually, slowly start rolling up one vertebra at a time. You're straightening up from the bottom all the way up. So the head is the last thing to come up. Bring the shoulders back as you bring the head upright. Closing the eyes, stepping the feet hip width apart. Slight bend in the knees, tuck of the tailbone. Arms nice and heavy by the side. Just noticing now any physical sensations in the body. If you like, deep inhale. Sighing out the exhale. And then returning to your nostril breath. Beautiful. And gradually opening the eyes, shaking it out, coming to the front of your mats. We move into our sun salutes. When you're ready, inhale, drawing the arms up. So again, just focusing on keeping the breath nice and long. We're not rushing through. Exhale into your forward fold. Inhale when you're ready into your halfway lift. And as you exhale, we're going to step both feet to the back of the mat, moving into your plank pose. Lower the knees, chaturanga down onto your belly, elbows tucking to the side of the rib cage. And then as you inhale, lifting the torso, pushing the top of the feet into the mat, you're engaging the legs, drawing the shoulders back, engaging your core. And as you exhale, tuck the toes, engage your core again as you push back into your Adho Mukha down dog. 3 breaths here, nice and strong through the hands, so engaging as if you're gripping hold of the mat. You can roll the shoulders away from the ears towards the armpits. Wherever you feel tightness, discomfort, breathing in a bit of space there. At the end of your third exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step, walk, or jump to the front of the mat. Then inhale halfway. Exhale, forward fold. And engage your core as you inhale, drawing yourself all the way up to standing. Scooping it up between the hands. And then exhale, palms together in front of the heart. Releasing the hands. Now again, inhale for your round 2. Exhale into your forward fold. Fully empty. Inhale halfway. And as you exhale, stepping or jumping the feet to the back of the mat. If you like, you can have the legs straight, or you can lower the knees again if your legs are straight. Remember not to droop the belly or the hips. Low cobra or up dog. And once you're ready, exhale into your down dog. 3 breaths here. Soft in the neck, strong in the hands, strong in the legs, strong in the arms. Core switched on, but still breathing deeply, just as we did at the beginning of the class. At the end of your third exhale, look forward between the hands. No breath as you step or jump to the front of the mat. Inhale halfway when you're ready. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, scooping it all up. Exhale, arms together in front of the heart. And now one more round in your own time. I won't be vocalizing it, just following your breath. So taking the time that you need with each part in the sun salute. Allowing the breath to take center stage. Three breaths in your down dog. And once you've had your 3 breaths, Come into your child's pose. And once you're in your child's pose, just fully relaxing the elbows, the upper arms, the lower arms, the palms of the hands, the fingers, the fingertips. Softening the shoulders, the neck, the face. Now next inhale, going back onto all fours. And stepping the left foot to the front of the mat. And then tucking the right toes, straightening the right leg, swiveling the back heel so they're on one line. Bring the left elbow onto the left knee, and then bring the right arm to the ceiling, side angle pose. Maybe point that right hand to the front of the room. Tuck the tailbone. Draw some extra length along that whole right side, staying with your breath. Now as you inhale, slowly making your way up into warrior two. Finding the center between the left and the right side of the body. Drawing the hands apart. So just imagine that you're extending your arm span. Drawing the shoulders a little bit further apart and turning your head looking over that left middle finger. Weight on the outside of the back foot. And then when you're ready to inhale, coming into your proud warrior. And then inhale, back to center, warrior two. Exhale, side angle pose. Inhale back to your warrior two. And then proud warrior. Inhale, warrior two. And exhale, side angle pose. Inhale here. And then with your next exhale, lower the right hand to the floor. Swivel onto the back toes. And then inhale the left arm to the ceiling. Exhale to lower the left hand on the inside of the left foot. Inhale to bring the right arm to the ceiling. And then exhale down. Step into your plank pose. You can choose if you want to go into down dog or do a chaturanga. So whatever you got the strength or energy for. Make sure you're tucking the elbows in, or pointing to the back of the mat. And the next inhale, bring the right foot to the front. Between the hands, swivel the left heel so the heels from one line, right elbow to the right knee, left arm to the ceiling. Maybe pointing that left arm to the front of the room. Tucking the tailbone, engaging both legs. Drawing an extra bit of space along that whole left side. And when you're ready to inhale, push away to come into your warrior two. Find again your center before you look over that right middle finger. Drawing the hands in opposite directions. Then inhale when you're ready, proud warrior. And then with your next inhale, come back to your warrior two. And then exhale, side angle. Inhale, proud warrior. This time we're not staying. With your exhale, one and warrior two, and then proud warrior. Inhale, warrior two. Exhale. Another inhale here. Now just staying in your side angle pose. And then as you exhale, lower the left hand to the floor, swivel onto the back toes. Inhale, right arm to the ceiling. Push out through that left heel. Exhale, right hand down to the inside of the right foot. Inhale, left arm to the ceiling. Beautiful. Exhale, back down. Stepping into a plank pose, choosing to come into either child's pose, down dog, or doing a chaturanga. Just tuning into your own energy, how you can best support yourself in your practice. Once you've had 3 breaths in your down dog, everyone coming into child's pose. If you're already in child's pose, you're welcome to stay. Once you come into the resting pose, softening everything from the hips, along the thighs to the knees, lower legs, feet. Breathing in along the spine, all the way up the back, into the neck, top of the head. Exhale as you soften from the shoulders, all the way into the fingertips. Softening the face, unclenching the teeth. Now next inhale, slowly making your way up onto all fours. We're going to set ourselves up for pigeon pose, starting with the right side. We're going to bring the right knee towards the right wrist, right side of the mat. Shuffle the right foot across to the left side of the mat as much as comfortable. Tuck the left toe, shuffle the left knee further down the mat. Make sure your hips are square, so you're not leaning on your right buttock or towards the left hip. If you need to use a block for support, you can. And then gradually coming down to the forearms. So when you're on your forearms, take the right hand and just clear some of the flesh in the hip joint, between the hip and the thigh. Just bring it outwards to the side before you come all the way down, if that's okay. If not, you can just use the hands, both fists stack them on top of each other to rest the forehead on, or even your block. So a little bit of pressure there on the forehead, just to activate your parasympathetic nervous system. Softening the shoulders. Breathing into any tight spots in this pose. Again, allow now the face to just fully hang, so you can slightly part your lips and just notice how that gives the face permission to soften forward. Now you can stay here. You can bend the left knee, bring the heel towards you. Yeah, you understand. Now if you want, you can bring the left hand back, grab hold of the left foot. Or if you prefer to bring the right hand back and grab hold You can try both. And see which one resonates. Or you don't have to do either. Now release the left foot. And then together, we're all going to make our way up. Now from here, we're going to place the right hand in the middle of the mat in front. Again, we're going to pull that left knee. You can just stay. We're going to grab hold of that left foot if you can. And try to find a little bit of lift in your pelvic floor. And if you can't quite touch, that's fine. But just go with your breath. Okay. Inhale. Find the length. Exhale. Maybe the heel can come a bit closer. And then exhale. To release. And you can just stay on your back there. Everyone else. Just shuffling the left knee a little closer. Engage the hands. And then when you're ready, exhale into a three-legged dog. Opening that right hip. And then exhale to bring it back down. Taking a deep inhale through the nose. And sighing it out. Next inhale, left knee towards the left wrist. Shuffling that left foot across to the right side, shuffling the right knee further down the mat away from you. And again, you can use any props you need to block. Move yourself into place if you need. And then coming down onto your forearms, and then use the left hand again. Draw that flesh between the hip and the top of the thigh out to the side and away. Either coming all the way down, resting your forehead on your hands or the mat or on the block. Breathing into any discomfort in this pose. Using the breath to create space. And again, you can stay or you can bend the right knee, bring the heel towards you. And you can stay or you can use the left or the right hand to grab hold of the right foot. And then releasing the foot. Opening the face again here, softening the shoulders. And we'll be ready next inhale. Easing your way back up. This time placing the left hand in the middle of the mat, bending the right knee. You can bring the heel towards you. See if you can reach the right hand, maybe touching, or if you can't quite reach, that's okay. Inhale to find the length. And exhale to deepen the pose. It doesn't matter where you're at. I'm just staying with your breath. And releasing the arm and hand, lowering the right foot. Gently shuffling the right knee a little forward, setting the hands up so they're nicely engaged. And then as you exhale, push back in your three-legged dog. Opening that hip. And exhale to bring it back down. Now from your down dog, you can either walk your way to the front or you can jump to a cross-legged seat at the front of the mat. Here I'm just bringing the soles of the feet together. Shuffling the buttocks a little closer to the heels. Now there's a few options. You can use the hands, the peace fingers, hook around your toes. You can interlock the hands and cup the feet, or you can bring the hands just in front. And find the length on the inhale. And as you exhale, continuing that forward fold. But see if you can keep the integrity of your spine, so not hunch. As soon as you notice that you're hunching, find that length in the spine, softness in the shoulder. Just bring the chin to the chest, stretching the neck. And then next inhale, gradually coming back up. Straightening the legs out in front. Make sure you have your blocks handy. Just a little bit of core as you make our way down. Now tuck the tailbone, pull the belly button towards the spine. If you have a sore lower back, you can bend the knees, if not have them straight. Bring the hands out in front, soften the shoulders. And as you exhale, gradually lower down onto your back. Tuck the tailbone, engage your legs. And then coming all the way down. If you like, the inhale, sighing out the exhale. Maybe a gentle tuck of the tailbone to extend the lumbar spine. And then when you're ready, we're going to bend the knees, bring the soles feet to the mat. Bring the hands down by the side. Now with your next inhale, tuck the tailbone, lift the hips towards the ceiling. And let's follow your breath. When you're ready for the exhale, gently trickle back down, one vertebra at a time, slowing down the process. Inhale up and exhale down in your own time. And then the next time you come up, we're going to stay there. There's a few options. You can either interlock the hands, stack the shoulders underneath you, and then bend the elbows, place the seat of the hands on your lower back, fingers pointing out. So you have a bit of a table there, or you can use your block. Second level, just underneath your sacrum, top of the buttocks. Returning to those big, juicy inhales, long exhales here, expanding from the belly all the way up to the chest, across the shoulders. Softening everything with each exhale. Just a couple more breaths here, allowing the spine to settle into this back bend, this supported back bend. Now when you're ready, tuck the tailbone again, lift the hips slightly off the block, and then bring the block down to level 1, so the lowest level. And I'm going to straighten both legs. A little bit apart, so we release any pressure on the lower back. You can either shuffle yourself a bit further up the block or further down, just depending where you like to have the block here. Some like to have it in the lower back, I like to have it on the buttocks, so just finding your own variation. The feet wide apart, arms out to the side, breathing along the front of the body. Just a couple more breaths here. When you're ready, bending the knees again, soles the feet to the floor. Gently lifting the hips to slide the block out and bring the hips back down to the mat. Heels slightly out, knees resting in towards each other. If you like, you can windscreen wipe the knees from side to side just to give your lower back a little bit of massage, ease off any tension in the lower back. And then come back to center, straighten the right leg. Bring the left knee to the chest and then pull it across to the right, coming into your laying twist. Now if your left shoulder is off the floor, see if you can lift the right shoulder off the floor to square your shoulder blades, to bring a little bit more support, and maybe also bring the left knee a little up so that your left shoulder can actually be supported, not hanging in loose air. Taking a deep inhale on your own time, and then sighing it all out. Inhale, back to center. Bending both knees. And just again, windscreen wiping the knees. And come back to center, straighten the left leg, pull the right knee to the chest and across to the left side. Again, just checking in with your right shoulder. If it's off the mat, see if you can adjust your shoulder blades to be square on the mat. Softening the face. And then when you're ready, inhale back to center. Bending both knees. And just allowing the spine to be neutral just for a few breaths before you pull the knees to the chest. And pulling the knees to the chest, maybe circling the knees, massage your lower back. We're going to come into Shavasana when you're ready. You can either have full Shavasana, legs straight, or if there's any poses you feel like doing before you come into Shavasana, you can. Also the option of bringing the knees out wide, soles to feet together in your Shavasana, just supported with blocks on either side of the thighs. And once you're in stillness, just taking a deep inhale, and as you exhale, full permission to drop your entire body weight. All those little parts that have resisted so far maybe, or even deeper inwards. Softening into your resting place. Very gently take a deeper breaths in all the time. And some movements to the fingers, the toes. And just circling the ankles, circling the wrists. Making any other bigger movements you need to ease out of your resting pose. Not the stretching or pulling the knees to the chest. And when you're ready to shoulder onto your right side. And you can stay there for a few breaths before you come up to a comfortable meditation seat if you like. And finding that straightness in the spine once you're up right in your seat. Softness in the face and the shoulder. And just watch, observe the quality of your breath now at the end of the class. Observe the quality and how it feels in the body. The quality of the mind. And quality of your emotional body. On your next inhale, we're going to bring the arms overhead, scooping up all the goodness from the class. Maybe even have a color for you. So when you exhale, you can bring that all back into the heart space. Resting the hands in the center of the chest, or the thumbs in the center of the chest. Whatever you took from the class, whatever can nurture you as you go into the rest of your week, taking it with you, knowing that you can always access this inner space, access the breath. Bring the thumbs to the third eye, gently bowing the head. And thanking yourself for showing up for yourself tonight. Although sometimes it seems easier to just veg out, tired after a long day. Just pat on the shoulder for taking yourself here and getting the benefits. And thanks for allowing yourself.